everyone. You are watching the Bharat and I am Divya presenting today's news bulletin. Let's start with some important headline first. PM to launch India's first international bullion exchange IIBX on day 2 of its visit. India Air Force MiG-21 crashes on Rajasthan, 2 pilots killed. Russia has suffered over 75,000 casualties in Ukraine war. Commonwealth Game 2022 in Birmingham declared open in dazzling ceremony. Now news in details. PM Narendra Modi will visit Gujarat International Finance Tech City and lay the foundation stone of multiple projects with more than rupees 1,000 crore in his 2-day visit. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will launch the country's first international bullion exchange IIBX on Friday on the second day of his Gujarat visit. Modi will also lay the foundation stone of the headquarters of the International Financial Service Center Authority IFSCA, the unified regulator for the development and regulation of financial products, financial service and financial institutions. In the Union Budget 2020-21, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman announced the setting up of IIBX at IFCA. At around 10 a.m., Prime Minister will attend the 42nd convocation of Anna University in Chennai. Thereafter, he will travel to Gandhinagar to visit GIFT City, where he will launch and lay the foundation stone of various projects at around 4 p.m. The Prime Minister's office PMO informed. Both pilots of a twin-seater MiG-21 that crashed in the Barmer district of Rajasthan have died, according to District Superintendent of Police Deepak Bhargav. After the accident, the Indian Air Force issued a statement saying IAF deeply regrets the loss of life and stand firmly with the brave families. A court of inquiry has been ordered to ascertain the cause of the accident. Indian Air Force Chief Marshal V.R. Chaudhary spoke to Defence Minister Rajnath Singh to brief him about the crash. 2 fire brigades of Can Vedanta reached the spot of accident, but they struggled to control the fire. According to reports, Russia has lost over 75,000 soldiers in the Ukraine war who have either been killed or have been injured. A report in a British newspaper quoting classified US intelligence revealed that the casualty rate amount to half of the number of troops which were initially committed to the war when President Vladimir Putin announced his special military operation against Ukraine on February 24. The Kremlin has however dismissed the figure, calling it a hoax. Russia hasn't officially released its casualty rates in the past few months, except in the initial day of the Ukraine campaign. In March, Russia said 1,351 soldiers were killed in action in Ukraine. The region's rich musical heritage and inclusivity were at the heart of the 22nd Birmingham Commonwealth Game opening ceremony. Has a joyful evening offered a stupendous cornucopia of color, light and dance. Drummer percussionist Abraham Paddy Tech started things off at the Alexander Stadium that was packed to the rafters, and then Indian classical vocalist and composer Ranjana Ghatak took the lead. The section intended to showcase the diversity of the city. It was refreshing at the Birmingham Games in the first multidiscipline event since the start of the pandemic to be held without major COVID-19 restrictions. Meanwhile, as many as 70 cars in red, white and blue got together to form a Union Jack, even as Prince Charles, representing Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, arrived in his Aston Martin car along with the Duchess of Cornwall. The formation of cars was a tribute to the city's incredible motor industry history. A few girl students suddenly started screaming, shouting and banging their heads at the government school in Raokhuli village in Bageshwar. 3 years after a case of mass hysteria among students was reported at a government school in Uttarakhand's Chamoli district. A similar incident recently happened in Bageshwar district. A few girl students suddenly started screaming, shouting and banging their head at the government school in Raokhuli village in Bageshwar. Vimla Devi, head teacher of the school, told that the sudden change in behavior of students was first reported on Tuesday. A similar incident took place again on Thursday. They were crying, shouting, showering and even trying to bang head for no reason. We called parents, they summoned a local priest and is how the situation come under control, Vimla Devi said. We'll be back after a break.
ITM हमारा, इसमें बहती ज्ञान की गंगा है, इसमें रहती प्रेम की यमुना है, सिद्धांतों का उच्च हिमालय है, भक्ति सिखाता एक तिरंगा है, गुरुकुल जैसा प्यारा ये ITM हमारा, सच्चे सपनों सा प्यारा ये ITM हमारा, ITM हमारा, ये इंस्टीट्यूट हमारा, सच्चे सपनों सा प्यारा ये ITM हमारा, ITM हमारा, ये इंस्टीट्यूट हमारा, सच्चे सपनों सा प्यारा ये ITM हमारा।
Welcome back to the Bharat. China said on Wednesday, July 27, that it is closely monitoring the latest piece of big Chinese space junk that will fall back on Earth. Experts are concerned as they are not sure where exactly it will land, although they are estimated the re-entry to happen around the end of the month, probably on July 31. China main space agency said that only small part of the Tianzhou 3 ship survived to the fall safely Wednesday into a predetermined area of the South Pacific. The minor girl was allegedly gang raped by 6 persons, including 5 juveniles, after abducting her from a high-profile pub on May 28. Hyderabad police on Thursday filed a 600-page charge sheet in the gang rape case of a 16-year-old girl reported 2 months ago. The minor girl was allegedly gang raped by the 6 persons, including 5 juveniles, after abducting her from a high-profile pub on May 28. The Jubilee Hills police submitted the charge sheet running into around 600 pages in the Juvenile Justice Board and the Namphali Metropolitan Court separately, since 5 of the accused, being minor, are supposed to be tried by the Juvenile Court and the 6th one, Sabuddin Malik, 18, by the Criminal Court. Team India has outplayed West Indies to register a 3-0 clean sweep in the ODI series and appear to the favourite even in the 5-match T21 series, slated to begin on Friday. The absence of Virat Kohli from the entire West Indies tour continues to be one of the major talking points. BCCI hadn't given any official for Kohli's absence, but multiple reports suggested that the former captain was rested. But with the T20 World Cup being less than 3 months away, wasn't it too big a risk to rest a cricketer who hasn't been at his best touch for quite some time now? The Aam Aadmi Party in Dehradun has performed strike in Bhimrao Ambedkar Park near the clock tower. Meanwhile, the party workers have warned on behalf of public that they are upset with the ongoing problem of unemployment and inflation. Also, the party leader have shown immense anger on the rustication of Rajya Sabha member Sanjay Singh. The senior media in charge and party speaker have laid down their thoughts in order to put their point across unabashedly.
आज आम आदमी पार्टी के कार्यकर्ताओं ने देहरादून के बाबा भीमराव अंबेडकर पार्क में उपवास पर बैठ कर के जो हमारे राज्यसभा के सांसद हैं संजय सिंह जी, उनको जो निलंबित करने का काम केंद्र सरकार द्वारा किया है, उनकी बहाली की मांग की है। साथ ही जो हिटलर शाही और तानाशाही केंद्र की सरकार ने समय समय पर दिखाने का काम किया है, उसके विरोध में भी आज आम आदमी पार्टी के कार्यकर्ता यहाँ एकत्रित हुए हैं और लोकतंत्र को बचाने के लिए संवैधानिक तरीके से आज हम यहाँ पे उपवास और धरने पर बैठे हैं और केंद्र सरकार को होश में लाने का हम काम कर रहे हैं।
Nitish Unyal from Dehradun along with associate Akash from the Bharat. Smriti Irani in the Lok Sabha on Thursday said ever since Draupadi Murmu's name was announced as the presidential candidate, the Congress has been attacking her. Union Minister Smriti Irani on Friday visited the Rashtrapati Bhavan and met the newly elected President of India, Draupadi Murmu. A day after Irani raised in the Lok Sabha, the issue of Murmu insult by Congress leader Adhir Chaudhary was referred to Murmu as Rajpatni. Smriti Irani paid a visit to Draupadi Murmu along with the Ministers of State of her 2 departments. Mahendra Munjapara, Moss of Women's and Child Development, and John Barley, Moss of Minority Affairs, had the privilege of calling upon the Honorable President of India, Draupadi Murmuji. Smriti Irani tweeted, Rajpatni Ro, a look at Adhir Chaudhary's post controversial statements. That's all for today. Thank you for watching The Bharat.